In the beginning, God made the heavens and the earth, but there was no rain to water the ground. So a stream rose up and ran around, spreading her water all over the earth. As she watered, several trees sprang up and spread their branches, forming a beautiful garden. In the middle of the garden were two trees. The tree of life, which stood tall, its arms stretched to the sky, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil, which stood rubbing its hands together, letting out a sinister laugh. In between the two trees, there was a formless man who lay there like he was part of the ground. Suddenly, the breath of God blew across the stage. So powerful that both trees were knocked to the ground. At that, the man started shaking, stood up, and celebrated his new form by making muscle man poses. The trees got to their feet, their roots, and oohed and ahed. Then the audience oohed and awed.
Ooh,
Our Adam's a little embarrassed. The man's name was Adam, and he began immediately searching around the trees for food because he was very hungry. The bad tree yelled, "Over here!
Over here!"
and reached out one of its branches, knocking Adam to the ground. The good tree reached out its branches, helped Adam up, and gave him a piece of fruit. Adam ate, but still craved more. God saw Adam's craving, so he made him some animals that came running on stage and stood at attention in front of Adam. Adam pointed to the first animal and said, "Bird." The bird immediately celebrated his name and chirping and flying around the stage. I don't hear much chirping. Then Adam pointed to the next animal and said, "Hyena." To which the hyena started laughing uncontrollably. Adam pointed to the next animal and said, "Monkey." To which the monkey instantly jumped on Adam's back and began picking through Adam's hair, looking for fleas. Adam dropped the monkey to the ground and shooed him away. The monkey made his sounds around the stage. Monkey, go around the stage. Hyena. Hyena should be laughing right now, but she's not. Adam pointed to the next animal and said, "Lion." The lion started prowling around the stage as if he was ruler of all with a giant roar. Adam pointed to the next animal and said, "Elephant." And the elephant immediately started to blow his trunk looking for peanuts. Adam pointed to... After he named all the animals, Adam was still lonely, and so he lay on his back and cried. God put Adam into a deep sleep while Adam snored. He removed one of Adam's spare ribs. And suddenly, where'd she go? A beautiful woman appeared. When Adam woke up, he saw her and he stood up and said loudly, "Whoa!"
Whoa, man!
Eve smiled and pointed to herself and said,
Woman. Woman? Yeah. Man?
and they lived happily ever after until they disobeyed God, hid from God, blamed each other for their disobedience, and were banished from paradise.